Hey, we're back in the closet. We're back. We're back in the closet.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome, people.
It's intense, man.
That's intense.
Jacked up on cauliflower crust pizza.
That's right. I got jacked up on cauliflower crust pizza, and then I customized it.
Customized it with meats. Jeff's got the meats.
I've got the meats. Arby's can suck it. I've got the meats. No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Arby's can't really suck it.
Did you know that Subway does not serve roast beef anymore?
I'm the one that knows that, yes.
Brooke was craving roast beef the other day, and we went to Subway to get a roast beef sandwich, and they said they didn't have it anymore, so she got steak.
I said, are they out at all Subways? He goes, as far as I know, we discontinued it. I go, but you look like a crackhead.
He doesn't know for sure.
You're not a sandwich artist.
You know what you should
said he was a sandwich artist.
He's not a sandwich artist.
But he's not a sandwich artist. He's a guy who makes sandwiches. There's an art to making sandwiches, but it's not at Subway.
No, they just barely put the meat on there and
There's some
swap it all
places
together.
you could go where you would be like, now this is a freaking art.
You should have said, sir, could you call the South Charleston location and see if they have roast beef for me? Just to be that guy.
I should have, but...
You should have. It would have been funny.
I wasn't in a funny mood.
Why weren't you in a funny mood?
Because I wanted to get her freaking food and I wanted to get out of there.
God.
And I wanted to get home.
But we weren't. Why weren't you in a good mood?
I didn't say I wasn't in a good mood. I said I wasn't in a funny mood.
I thought you were
I didn't
always
want
in
to
a
prank
funny
people.
People think you're always in a funny mood.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Majority of the time I'm in a funny mood or a fun mood.
The majority of the time.
Majority.
Yeah.
But there's moments when I'm not in a funny mood.
Oh, I think everybody has moments they're not in a certain type of mood that they're
Kind of
usually
in a poopy mood, or I'm in just a serious
Are you
mood.
in a poopy mood tonight?
No, I'm in a happy mood. I'm excited because we're going to play
you?
Scrabble.
Okay, so we said last podcast how we're becoming grandparents. We like to play two of the oldest games. Like, if you think people... Next thing you know, we're going to be watching Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune.
I don't think I can do that.
We've been playing Scrabble and Yahtzee. Say what you want, but it's actually fun. We throw some music on. We have our wine or whatever our drink of choice is. And... Scrabble is such a fun game because you could just chill. It's not intense. There's no time on it. Like,
It is a lot of fun.
it is, but I
didn't realize how much fun it was.
I do realize that it's kind of like, oh my gosh, are we getting old? But it's okay.
I want to see if we can find our Mexican train
Dominoes.
That'd
be fun, but we'd have to do it at this table.
Well, that's true. We
That's not why.
We might have to do it at
You have to do it at the
dining room table. Kick on some music. Go to the dining room table.
If you guys ever played Domino's Mexican Train, we used to play that with my grandmother, who's now 86, and she still likes to play.
Yeah, we did. We used to when we lived in Atlanta. Yeah, we'd play that every night for a little while,
That's
just
where
before
we
she went to bed.
learned about it, is our friends in Atlanta. That's where we
Did
learned
we?
about it. Yeah, because, we hadn't played it before then. I forget who taught us, but it might have been Mitch and Melissa.
Might have been.
I don't remember, but anyway. So we do like to play games. We need to branch out and see if there's any others you can play just for two. You know what I'm saying?
I got some games we can play just
Here
for two.
we go. You know, last podcast was the first podcast in a long time that you didn't go sexual with it.
I wonder why.
Well, I'm just saying. Usually you take anything and turn it. But anyway. So, as you know, I work at GNC part-time. And some interesting people come through there.
Oh, do tell.
Well, this lady came in yesterday, and she was looking for essential oils. And we have essential oils, not the brand essential oils, but nonetheless, the kind that you put into your diffuser. You're not really supposed to... These aren't the kind really you use on your skin or you cook with or you can ingest. But they're the kind technically just to diffuse. Well, she's been in before. She's the one that came in before that I told you she made that concoction and almost poisoned and blew up her house when she was trying to make hand sanitizer.
She was making hand sanitizer?
She was trying to make hand sanitizer back in, when hand sanitizer was out of stock. And
Sure,
she
wasn't making meth?
Well, she mixed the wrong chemicals and she made... What did she make? Something that is poison, like that could kill you and that could explode or something. Same girl. Anyway, so she comes in for these oils and we didn't have the scent she wanted. And so I had to go to she was like, are you sure? I need juniper oil. And I was like, you need juniper oil? She was like, for a spell.
Sounds like meth.
And she looked.
Not
no,
not
you
the
don't use
juniper. I'm saying the other mixture. When your house,
people practice like different things.
Whenever your house is going to blow up.
She said for a spell.
Right, for a spell. She thinks she's a witch.
What's that have to do with meth?
She's crazy. So she's manic. She's a little out of it. Like,
Jeff, you better retract. Okay, so
is it not true?
No, it's not true.
She had it together.
No, I think that there's.
I think there is witchcraft, and I think within the witchcraft
Quit
community,
calling them crazy. I do not agree with anything Jeff's saying right now. If you practice witchcraft, I think that you have a right to, and
I think you have a right
believe that
to.
it's a thing.
I do too, but
Well,
I think there's
don't call
probably a
people
larger
crazy just
percentage
because
of
you
meth
don't
users
practice
within
it.
witchcraft.
Don't call people who do witchcraft crazy, or people who do any type of
I'm
practice
referring
crazy.
to this witchcraft witch.
You don't even know this witchcraft.
From what you've said, she sounds crazy.
I think that you need to be careful how you throw the term crazy.
This
around.
is my podcast.
It's mine too, and I'm not going to be associated with someone like you who's very close-minded and thinks that just because you practice witchcraft, you're crazy.
I don't think all of them are crazy. Just this one.
All right. Well, anyway, she told me that she needed it for a spell, and so I felt obligated. Like I felt like I didn't want to ask her what kind of spell she's talking about. I didn't think it was any of my business. I didn't want to be brought into it. All I knew is I took it upon myself to be like, Angie, this is an important task. You've got to find this juniper oil for this spell for whatever reason. Now, I'm in my head thinking it's going to be a good spell. I hope she's not putting a bad spell.
Here's the problem I have right now.
Hold on.
With what's going on
Hi,
here.
we're on a podcast. What's up there, kiddo?
I was going to see what y'all did.
No, we're doing a podcast. Talk later. Okay?
Peace
All right.
out.
So what's the problem with it?
Here's my problem with you is you did not dig into this further. You had a amazing opportunity in front of you and you
It's
didn't ask.
none of my business.
She
I don't want
volunteered
any.
the info.
I don't want any part of it.
A spell. I've been thinking about getting into witchcraft.
Oh no!
What's the spell?
No, I will not.
What is a juniper spell?
I don't think it's a juniper smell. She needed juniper oil
For the spell. But
for
what
the spell.
spell would you need juniper?
Jeff, I don't know. I'm not into witchcraft.
I'm not either, but I'm going to look it up.
But nonetheless, I went to the back and I found 2 bottles of juniper oil, and I felt like I did the best I could as a GNC associate, and I think that I made her happy. She walked away spending $160 in oils.
Really?
Her total of essential oils of all sorts, including juniper oil, was $161.
Dang, she needs her juniper.
It wasn't all juniper. It was other things it mixed in there.
Juniper berries are believed to draw good luck in love and attraction. She's looking for some action.
Well,
is
she
what
was
she's
with a
looking
man.
for. Men in particular can carry in a pouch to increase potency in this area.
Maybe they're trying to have a baby. Do you think they're trying to have a baby?
How old was she?
They're young. They're probably late 20s, early 30s.
Oh, wow.
Mid 30s tops.
Juniper. Hold on, let's see what else we got here.
He's the one that told me that, was it cat's claw was a good thing for headache? Natural. Was it him? Was it cat's claw? Shoot, I don't remember. What else did you find? Your phone's going to go crazy with witchcraft.
It is also said that if a man was to steep the dried berries in wine for 1 month and then drink a teaspoonful every day, it increases
Vitality?
virility and strengthens nature.
Okay.
Virility and strengthens
Fertility?
nature. No, the T's at the end.
Let me see. I gotta look at it.
It's right there.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen that word.
I don't know. Maybe it's a witch word. Maybe we don't know the witchy words.
Virility? I don't know.
Virility. That sounds
Okay,
good.
but she needed juniper oil, not berries.
Oh, well, that's a big difference. I'm sure.
I don't know. I know somebody that I could ask.
I bet you do.
I do. Anyway, I just think that you
Juniper oil. I should have put that in. Juniper oil for spells.
your phone is going to think you're doing something.
Oil spells, right? SPELLS.
Right. Oh my gosh, that clunk. If you guys can hear that clunking in the background, Jeff thought it was an amazing idea to buy the dogs the heaviest rawhide bone That's all the dog playing with the bone with peanut butter in it. And it is so heavy and so slick, they can't hold it in their mouths. And so now it bangs around everywhere.
Look, I didn't think through it when I got it. All I was thinking was, I'm cheap. I want to pay for a bone that's going to last a long time rather than keep buying these packs and they eat through them in like 3 minutes.
I feel like I can see where you
See
think
what I'm
that's a good
saying?
idea.
I didn't
Yes.
think about it banging around like that until I got it home. My thought was, yes, let's see him get through this freaking bone, right?
Now they just clunk it around the house.
Now they
all
just
the time.
freaking throw it all over the place.
Listen
and it
to
makes
that.
a ton of noise.
She's putting it down the
She's
steps.
putting it down the steps.
I'm sorry, you guys.
Yeah, we're sorry about that.
We're not in a bowling
terrible,
alley.
Terrible. It sounds like a bowling alley.
We are not at a bowling alley. In fact,
Could you FaceTime me next time this lady and this guy come in?
that's bullshit. That's ridiculous. That's so bad. Can I FaceTime you next time they come in?
Yeah.
How would I do that? Like, just.
No, I want you to tell him, hey, my husband wants to talk to you.
Here's the thing. What I could really honestly do.
Let's have him on the podcast.
What I could honestly do is when I see them walk in the door, they've been in twice. I'm sure they'll be back. I can text you. You can be there in 3.5 minutes. Just come on
true.
down. Just come on down. It'll be better that way. And yeah.
I'll be like, what up, my witches?
Jeff, no. You're so disrespectful to other people's practices.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm having fun with it.
You're making fun of them because you don't believe in it.
Well, I don't believe in a lot of things. I'm not making fun of them. I think it's funny. I like it, though. I like it. I want to talk to him about it. I want
Did you
to
not
be
watch
convinced.
American Horror Story?
Yes, it's
what was
a
that?
production. It's a show that people
What was
pay
that?
to
Which
put
craft
together.
one?
To
What was it? Coven.
Coven, yes.
You don't believe in anything. And I feel sorry for you. You live a boring life.
I believe in God.
I believe in God, too.
Listen,
I'm listening.
theirs is just as crazy as anybody's, including ours. It's all crazy. It's just which one you're following.
I would not call anybody crazy if
But
they
they're all
have practices,
crazy.
unless it is a cult.
Okay, I'm saying it's absurd.
What?
Absurd. A lot of belief systems are absurd. Ours
Belief
is
systems.
Ours is absurd. All of them are absurd. Really,
Okay.
they're all a little wacky. They're all a little out there. And you know what? They could be. Why aren't witches a cult?
Huh?
Why wouldn't witchcraft be a cult?
It's not a cult. They're not forcing anybody into it.
That's true. And they don't have a leader that's sleeping with everybody's wife.
No, I mean, I think it's something if you want to do, you get into it, and they have like a community, but I don't think a community is the same thing as a cult. I think a lot of times cults are mixed
so what
up with
cult are you in?
communities.
I'm in a
I'm not
community,
in-
not a cult.
I'm not in a cult. I live in a community, but
That's how they
I'm
suck
not
you
part
in.
of any. I'm part of the fitness community.
You're in the fitness cult.
Oh my gosh, it's not a cult. I mean, parts of it maybe could be if you, whatever. but-
CrossFit's kind of culty.
Okay, I'm not. See, you are going into places, sir. It's not. It's.
I don't have
it's a
anything against it. I love it. I mean, people.
CrossFit is a tight knit group of people. Wait, you have the burps or something?
Did I burp?
You're like, and then like you're like making all these noises.
I'm making noises?
A little bit.
I didn't burp.
You're making funny faces. I think you did a minute ago.
I don't think I did.
I think you held it in
I probably held it in.
because I can see you,
You can?
and I've been with you long
You're a
enough to know.
witch. Oh my God.
gosh. No, but I think that there can be tight groups of people in a community. I'd say like the tennis community would be like that.
Yes.
They're not
Yep.
a cult. They're just a tight knit group of people that like the same thing. That doesn't make you a cult because there's not a dictator of a leader.
That's a good point. I like it.
Thank you.
I like it. I agree with it. I think you're right on that.
Anyway, so that is the character that came into the store.
I love it. That's interesting.
Yes,
I really am taken aback by that. I joke around a lot, but I would love to talk to people like that.
I would too.
I love to see people talk about their crazy stuff.
I just don't want anybody bringing anything into my house that I don't necessarily believe in and leaving it here. I believe in it,
Like
but
in
like
a bag?
I don't.
Like,
it's
what are
not
you
that I
talking
don't
about? They
believe
leave
in
their
it. I
Bible or
said
they-
it wrong. It's not that I don't believe in it. It's just that I don't practice it. Therefore, I don't want like it left in my house.
You don't want your hizzy.
No, the aura.
The aura.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want, just because we would talk about, maybe witchcraft with someone who practices it, that strong aura comes out and then, like, things start happening.
Right. Well, that's the thing about people with spells. You don't know if they could drop a spell off at your
Yeah,
house.
what if she's dropping a juniper oil spell on me? I want to know what those spells are.
Yeah, she could, or a lavender spell. I heard those are pretty
I should have
intense.
just asked her. Just like, I'm sorry. I'm just
Yeah,
curious.
she
Like,
brought it up. So
what do you mean
she
a
opened
spell?
the
Like,
gate.
what are you doing? Oh, I know, but here's the thing. Last time she was in there, she talked to me forever. And I really wasn't in the mood to talk last night. Like, I was trying to do markdowns, man. and I wanted to get through it.
I got you. Yeah, you're very goal oriented.
I
You're
am,
very
and once I start a task, I'm
task-oriented.
just like, okay, I don't want to chit chat. Now, if I were sitting around bored, like sometimes I am in there with really not much going on, I might have entertained her a little bit just so I could have a story for you.
Well, that would be nice if you would do that every once in a while,
I
because
was
I
just
get
like,
pure joy out of these stories.
Get your oils and move along, ma'am.
Get your oils, and I can see her now, like over a big pot over a fire at her
Yeah,
house. You
like
know
a
what I'm saying?
cauldron.
A cauldron, yes, a cauldron.
Yeah.
And
Well, she got
crying because of her ancestors getting burned at the
She
stake.
got-
They were actually drowned. They weren't burned at the stake. That's false.
She got stuck down on the floor because she sat down to look at the oils.
Oh, God, is she
And-
a big girl?
Ish. She could stand to lose a few pounds. It's fine. It's fine.
So these witches
Fine.
aren't vegan
And
necessarily.
then
I wonder if there are vegan witches.
yeah, I'm sure there are. And then her husband or whoever she's with is this tall, skinny guy.
Oh, nice.
He had to pull her up, and they had to count down. And she was like,
What do you
"Okay," because she said, "Okay, I need help up." And he was like, "All right." She goes, "I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, upsy daisy, and pull me up."
Oh, my God, she's big.
And she
Whenever
said,
there's a
not
countdown,
that big, but she's like,
whenever there's a countdown
I
to get
think
somebody
that
off the
maybe
floor,
she had a bad back,
you got
and
to
she needed
brace for
to
it.
break. Maybe she did, or
Right.
he has
I
a
think
bad
he
back.
had to, probably. I mean,
And just need that you need to know you got to count down so you know when to pull and push at the same time. So she was sitting there, and they can't see me, and I can't see them, but I can hear it, and I can imagine in the back of my head what's going on. And so all I heard was 1, 2, 3, upsy daisy, and then she was up, and she was over, and her name's Kat, and she's sweet. She's a sweet
that's
girl.
great.
No, she really is honestly
I
a sweet
believe
girl.
you.
But and he's very nice too. He's very informative about the herbs. He knows all about the
I'm
herbs.
sure he does.
He's in the medical field, is what he told me.
Okay. Whatever that means.
He had on a like outer space mask.
Huh?
Yeah, and hers. What did hers have on it?
They're not crazy at all.
I don't. Okay, so now people who like outer space are crazy. You are labeling people, and I don't like it. You can.
Listen, I love outer space.
You're crazy,
I
then.
follow outer space stuff, but I don't wear a freaking outer space mask, and I don't go 1, 2, 3 upsy daisy in a public place. You think she does that for him at night when he's like, "I'm gonna get you hard now." 1, 2, 3 upsy daisy.
Cannot wait till we're in bed again. Anyway, listen. People can wear whatever mask they want to wear, and I think that I find it very interesting. People's personalities come out in their mask a lot.
Yeah, they do.
I really think it's kind of cool, and I think, like I said, I've said it all along. Snapchat knew this was happening because they started giving us mask filters with different things on them, like glitter and kitty cats and stuff like that. And now look at us. But anyway, so yeah, there is increasingly increasingly. What am I trying to say?
An increased
Number
amount.
of people, dear Lord, that come in our store without a mask over the past week. Now, I'm going to be a conspiracy theorist and say it's because of tomorrow.
Because of inauguration.
And I think people are just going to say F it pretty soon, and it's going to start, you're going to start seeing a downward trend in wearing a mask.
Nah.
I do.
Dude, we're ramping up. We're going to wear masks for the rest of our lives.
Now who's crazy? Because I won't. I'm telling you that much.
I'm kidding.
I'll give it another
I'm
year,
kidding.
and then I'm taking it off.
I think people are getting fed up, but that answers your question you were asking the other night last night when you were talking about why are the numbers up, because people won't freaking wear their masks.
That's not true. That's so not true. The numbers are not up because people won't wear the mask. People wear their masks and they have for the past weeks. These numbers that we're seeing are from like.
Right, but I'm not saying that you get it because you're wearing your mask. I'm saying the people that say, I'm not wearing a mask, they end up getting it.
From whom?
The other people that aren't wearing the
There's
masks.
not that many. I'm just saying I saw over the last week an increasing number. Now, I'm not saying every other person. I'm just saying when I started working there in October, you never saw anybody come in without a mask.
Right.
Over the past week, I've saw just 3 people come in without a mask. One person said he just forgot it, and he said, I won't come in if you don't want me to. I was like, no, it's fine. It's just me in here. I wasn't putting any other people. If
Isn't
there
it
were
weird? It's
another
like-
person in the store, I might have been like, can you just come back when there's, because I don't want to compromise that person because I'm respectful, but it was just me. And I was like, I'm fine. I have my mask on.
But isn't it kind of there's like that parallel? It's like, I forgot a condom, but we're here. Like,
Right.
you're going to just come in anyway. You know? And you're like, well, I guess, like, you forgot your mask. What are we going to do? We're in the moment.
Yeah, just pull out. No, but I don't buy into the people aren't wearing masks. That's why it's increasing because everywhere I go, everybody has a mask on. So if masks work,
They did say
how they're supposed to, then why do the numbers keep rising?
They did say that at one point in the summer. I think it was like, you know what? Eventually, we're all going to get it.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time. It's going to go through it. Everybody, so we're going to get it.
I just don't want the older people or the compromised people to get it. That's what worries me.
That's why they need to stay in.
I mean, my brother has it right now. I checked on him yesterday. It was like day 3, and he said he feels like dog doo-doo.
Yeah.
I haven't checked on him today, but I just don't understand why numbers are going up if everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. And everybody that I see around here is doing way more than we were doing at the beginning when the numbers weren't bad at all, really. And now we're doing all these precautions, and we're washing our hands more, and we're doing our social distancing, and we're wearing the masks, and we're staying in as much as we can, and we're putting plastic dividers between us at the bar, between you and the next person. We have plastic in front of everybody that you pay. So tell me why the numbers are going up.
Tell me why.
I just don't understand. Like, something is missing. I know that the coronavirus is real, obviously. I know it is. But something's missing.
Mm-hmm.
Something's missing, and I don't know what it is. Because to me, all these precautions that are being taken, be like, wow, the numbers are going down. This is work. You know what I mean?
Right.
So anyway, I didn't mean to go off on that tangent, but whatever. But what I was talking about is people's masks and what it can say about them. You know, I mean, not me. I wear a black mask. Big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I see all these creative masks, and I'm like, wow. I've seen the ones, and I don't like these, where they just they go, of course, over your nose and your mouth, but then they just hang down, almost like an Egyptian lady would look. I don't like those.
You don't like those?
No.
That is
They
weird.
look Egyptian. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They're really strange.
Is it like a Muslim mask, like those ladies wear? It's almost like a more draping.
Yeah, kind of.
I wonder if they can breathe better. I wonder if they should know about the masks. Like they probably.
This doesn't even faze them, I wouldn't think.
Ah.
Are you going to call them crazy too? Go ahead.
No, they're not crazy.
So why are they not crazy, but witchcraft
not
is,
witches.
or somebody who likes outer space?
I mean, it's not that he likes outer space. It's he's wearing an outer space mask. That's where I draw the line.
You wear a bear mask.
That's because I'm a Bears fan.
Maybe
and mess
he's
with
an
that.
outer space fan.
Well, that's.
Maybe he thinks you're stupid because you're wearing a bear on your face.
But who cares? Who cares what he thinks? Who cares
what you think?
Because I'm wearing a Bears mask. He's wearing a freaking outer space mask. Nobody cares what a guy in an outer space mask thinks. Unless he works for NASA.
Are you serious right now? So you're telling me if you're a sports fan, it's okay to wear a sports mask. But
Absolutely.
if you're a fan of outer space or witchcraft, you cannot wear a mask that portrays as such.
Yes, you can. I'm not dictating that you don't. I'm just saying you look foolish.
You call him crazy, but maybe you look foolish to him.
I don't. I look amazing.
Maybe people who like science and things that aren't sports look at you and be like, oh my gosh, look at them supporting this organization, whatever. These dogs, I'm about done with them. We can't even do a podcast. I was listening to your and Michael's podcast the other day, and the same thing was happening. I'm like, well, that's funny.
That's frustrating.
I'm so sorry that you're.
That's why we were in the closet. Remember when we were in the
started
closet?
this podcast in the closet because of this. What's happening? The dog Bones falling down the steps, and the dog's barking at everything that walks by.
It's very frustrating.
I would go out there and take care of it how I normally do, but we don't want to hear that on the podcast. Because I get really loud.
Yeah, you
and
get
I
loud.
bang the shoes together. I don't hit the dogs. I take my shoes.
I hit the dogs.
I don't.
I'm just telling
I
you
take
right
my
now.
tennis shoes together like this. I take my tennis shoes and I go.
I don't hit them hard,
Like
but
that.
I smack them on the rear end and tell them to shut their mouth.
Well, she probably shut up because she heard that from up here. Sorry if that was loud, you guys. But it scares them. And then they're like, ooh, she means business. She must be a witch.
Right.
Anyway.
So you're reprimanding me.
I am. I think that you have a very
over
close
my
mind.
witch hunt.
I
Oh,
didn't-
please me! I have a
think
closed mind. Can you
about
really
certain
say
things,
that?
not about big issues, but you have a closed mind when it comes to people who expressing what they like. And just because you don't like outer space and you don't want to wear an outer
I
space
love
mask,
outer space. Don't you say that? I love outer space.
then wear an outer space mask
I
if you want.
follow
It was
more
like a
outer
galaxy
space stuff
mask.
than
It
you
was
can-
really cool.
I'm sure it was. I'm just having fun making fun of people right now. Can you not let me have that?
You're a bully.
Look, it's the witch
Can you take
outer
it?
space.
Can you give it out? If you can dish it out,
Yes,
but
I
can you
can take it. I've taken it my whole life.
Have you?
Yes.
Are you the taker?
No, not like that. The thing
You've
is,
taken it your whole life.
me and my brothers, we make fun of each other, and are nasty as hell to each other our whole lives.
That's your brother. It's not a stranger doing it to you.
The strangers. It doesn't hurt nearly as bad. And plus, they don't want roasted. They don't want this. They don't want.
Are you the master roaster?
No, I'm not even close. But I'm a master debater.
Oh, here we go. We already knew that was coming.
Listen, I can. You know better than anybody. I'm pretty good at getting under people's skin.
Yeah.
If I want to get under your skin, I'm pretty decent at like picking at things and getting to people pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like the mask, I ought to tore them up. It's the witch and the outer space thing. You can't have the both of them.
I think that makes them who they are.
Well, that's great for them. My point is, it's weird. I like weird. And I'd like to see these people. The 1, 2, 3 Upsy-daisy lost me. It took me to a place where it's hard for me to get back.
Oh no! I mean,
It's kind of rounding out the personality I'm seeing here.
what color hair do you think she has?
This girl.
And I have not told you about her.
This girl, I guess I kind of imagine she has like a reddish hair.
How did you know?
I don't know. I'm trying to picture someone that would be a witch. Not that all redheads are witches. A redheaded, she said bigger, redheaded, oopsie daisy. Wait, no, upsy daisy. I'm sure they say oopsie daisy too. And
When she makes a wrong potion, oopsie daisy.
yes, she messes up her potion. I bet that really frustrates her.
It might, because I mean, the juniper oil was expensive. If she messes that up, it's $24 a bottle, and it's those little essential oil bottles, like, you know what I mean, that I use downstairs.
Yeah, I'm getting some juniper berries and I'm putting them in my pocket to
do you
make
need
me
more?
that V word. I don't know what it is, but it has to
Oh,
be
look it
good.
up. Give me your phone. I'll look it up.
Do you remember it?
Birility. I'm gonna
right.
spell that tonight on Scrabble. You watch. Anyway, I can't believe you just guessed her hair color.
Was it really red?
Yeah.
That's
it's like
just
a reddish with some
You have not described her at all to me.
I haven't. It's reddish. There's a little like lighterness in it too. But okay, so virility. People are gonna comment on our podcast, especially Michael, and say, "Oh my gosh, you guys don't know how to say that word." Virility. Anyway, in a man, it's the quality of having strength, energy, and a strong sex drive. It's manliness. That's what it is. It's basically manliness.
So basically what you can do is you can carry some juniper berries around in your freaking... No, you got to store them forever, and then you take a teaspoon or something. Why don't you just take testosterone?
There's 12 ways you can tell if a man is fertile. His face is a little softer.
And his
Did you know
dick's
that?
not.
12 ways. I don't know how we fell into this, but
Ooh, that's a good one. Save it. Because I would kind of like to know. That's interesting. Because I am 40-something years old. Falling
he
apart.
keeps his cell phone out of his pocket.
Huh?
He keeps his cell phone out of his pocket.
What's that mean?
There are a ton of theories that have been circulating since forever about the effect that mobile devices have on our overall health. Whether you agree that the digital age is making us all antisocial or not, there may be a connection between his fertility and a phone in the front pocket. We'll save this article because we're not going to get into it right now. Save this. We'll talk about fertility because that's one. That's interesting.
That is interesting. My thing is, I don't need to be fertile, nor am I,
No,
because
I know,
I'm
but
shooting
people
blanks.
might. I know, but people might want to. We might want to talk about it because these are interesting. If I read them out loud, you'd be like, "Huh? What's that have to do with it?"
Well, that's what I was with the phone thing, but yeah.
Okay, we'll save this article. However you save it, it's from Baby Gaga, not Lady Gaga.
Sounds very legitimate.
Oh, look, they're making heart hands together.
That
Will you
freaking
make heart
sucks.
hands with me?
No, get off me.
I didn't touch you.
Just with the heart hand stuff.
Can you save that
Shit.
though? Because we will talk about it and put it on our list.
I'll put it in the notes in the list.
Okay.
I'll just
Because that'd be
attach.
something fun to talk about. We always want topics to talk about. And if you all listening ever have anything you want us to talk about, shoot us a message on our Instagram or our Facebook page, or personally, if you know us personally, if you have our digits. I can give you mine right now. No, I'm just kidding. Joking.
Very funny.
Because we always need topics. We're always like, a lot of times we just turn the microphone on and we start talking. But anyway.
Podcast topics.
But like you said, you really don't need to know about it because you no longer need to worry about fertility. We have the kids we want. You've had the snippy snip. No more babies for us except for the
No.
grandbaby coming. Which is really weird to say, by the way.
It's a little weird.
It's a little weird to
It's
say.
a little weird.
A little weird to say, but it's nonetheless.
All I'm going to say is, I'm sorry, witchies or witches.
Which you don't call them that. You better be respectful.
They're witches, right?
You said witchies.
Witchies. Well, I meant witches. I didn't know exactly how to say it.
Because it is a thing.
I know it's a thing. It's
I would
really
not want to
wild.
make that community mad.
I'm not trying to make anybody mad.
Oh.
And I'm sure that community has a sense of humor. Right?
You better
I have a sense of humor.
You better hope so, bruh. You have a sense of humor. You're not. What community are you part of? People who like to call people crazy community just because they wear
That's a
an
good
outer
point.
space mask and might practice witchcraft.
And say upsy daisy in a freaking public store because their
It was
fat ass
just
got on the
me.
ground and couldn't
Stop.
get up.
Y'all, on that note, I'm gonna make him turn this microphone off.
I'm
That's
in
mean.
a sort of a way.
You
Look,
are.
I'm cranky. I want to play Scrabble. I need a shower. I want to play some Scrabble. Have a drink. I'm a grandpa, and I'm acting like one.
All right. Well, I still love you.
Yes.
I just need to be I just need to everyone to know that I'm my own person, and what comes out of his mouth doesn't necessarily mean I back him on that. So
Did this man who had been near Juniper, did he look virally or whatever that word is?
What
Did
is
he
that
look
word? I bet Michael can
You
tell you
said.
tomorrow.
You said
it was manly.
manly.
No,
Well, then he needs to get more berries.
Jeff, he might not be doing the juniper berry. She needed juniper oil for a spell. He didn't say anything
She's
about it.
probably
He was
bathing
over,
him in that
He was
crap.
over looking at the herbs. He's an herb person.
Keep on I'm just stop right there.
He was looking at the herbs. We have an herb section, and I
Space
want to
mask.
learn more about it.
Herb person. Oopsie daisy, upsy daisy.
Yes.
This is amazing. This is just one person we talked about. The one couple that came in.
If I have anybody else interesting come in, I'll take notes. I'm pretty sure they don't listen to the podcast. I wouldn't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Ask them where they go to witch church next time they come in. Like if they have a church, it's a
They
witch
won't be in
church
for a
that
while.
they
She
go.
hasn't been in like how long have you been there? October.
Ask them if
20th?
it's a cave. Like, do they go to a cave? Like, do they have services in a cave? They wouldn't be services though.
Why are you putting them in a cave?
Because they're witches.
So
When
they
I
walk
think of,
among us every day.
when I think of witches, I think of witches in like a cave in hoods, and all sitting around
Jeff,
a
that's-
circle and
that's-
like that
That's a monk.
that star on the ground, and they're all chanting things.
I see
And
that
they're
part.
burning stuff. Stuff's burning like sage and
Sage is good to burn. It keeps
and
the spirits away.
There ain't no keeping no spirits
Jeff!
away. Or some juniper.
Listen, I'm
They-
one of my moms.
they have
tonight.
some
I am
juniper.
not staying here.
They have some juniper torches.
You're laughing. You're
That's
poking-
how that's how I see my witches.
My witches. All right, we gotta go.
All right, we're out.